Every action, no matter how small, has the potential to create meaningful change. This idea may seem simple, yet its power is often underestimated in the fast-paced, interconnected world we live in. When we think about change, we often imagine large-scale, grand gestures, world-changing innovations, massive social movements, or monumental acts of kindness. However, the truth is that the most profound transformations often begin with the smallest of actions. These small actions, while seemingly insignificant in the moment, can set off a chain reaction that reverberates far beyond what we initially imagine. Consider the act of holding the door open for someone. It seems trivial, but in doing so, you may brighten their day in a way you will never know. That small gesture could improve their mood, which might influence their interactions with others throughout the day. A single moment of kindness could lead to a cascade of positive interactions that ripple outward. What seems like a simple act to you can become the seed of meaningful change in someone else's life. This phenomenon is not limited to acts of kindness. It applies to all types of actions, whether intentional or unintentional. When someone takes the time to express gratitude, offer encouragement, or even share a smile, they are planting seeds of positivity. These small gestures may go unnoticed in the broader scheme of things, but they are not without consequence. They can inspire others to pay it forward, creating a chain reaction of good deeds. The potential for meaningful change is embedded in every choice we make. Think about a teacher who stays a few minutes after class to answer a struggling student's question. That single act of support might be the encouragement that student needs to keep going. Years down the line, the student might credit that teacher's small act of kindness as a pivotal moment in their journey. It's not the grand speeches or monumental lessons that leave the most lasting impression, but the small, consistent actions that show care and commitment. Similarly, think about how innovation often starts with a simple idea. One person decides to question the status quo or try something different, and that decision sparks a series of events that lead to progress. The invention of the light bulb, for example, wasn't the result of one giant leap, but rather a series of small, deliberate steps. Each experiment, each adjustment, each failure and retry contributed to the ultimate success. The same principle applies to social change. Movements that have changed the world, civil rights, women's suffrage, environmental advocacy, often began with one person taking one small step forward, inspiring others to follow. Even in our daily lives, the potential for change is all around us. Every time we choose to act with integrity, to listen instead of dismiss, or to offer help instead of walking away, we are creating opportunities for meaningful change. These choices may seem inconsequential at first, but their impact grows as they ripple outward. When we consistently make choices aligned with our values, we create a ripple effect that influences the people around us, encouraging them to do the same. Small actions are also powerful because they are accessible to everyone. Not everyone has the resources or platform to make sweeping changes, but everyone can take small steps, whether it's donating a few dollars to a cause, volunteering a few hours of your time, or simply being there for a friend in need. These small actions collectively contribute to a larger impact. This accessibility means that everyone has the potential to be a force for good in the world. It's important to note that small actions are often the building blocks of trust and connection. In relationships, whether personal or professional, it's not the grand gestures that matter most, but the consistent small acts of thoughtfulness and support. These actions demonstrate reliability and care, which are the foundations of strong relationships. Over time, these small actions build a sense of trust that allows relationships to thrive. Additionally, the power of small actions lies in their ability to create momentum. Change often feels overwhelming because we think we need to do everything at once. But by focusing on small, manageable actions, we can build momentum and gradually work toward larger goals. Each small step we take moves us closer to our vision, and along the way, these steps inspire others to join us. This principle is beautifully illustrated in nature. A single raindrop may seem insignificant, but when combined with others, it can fill a river. Similarly, a single matchstick might seem powerless on its own, but when struck, it can ignite a fire that provides warmth and light. These examples remind us that small actions, when multiplied or sustained over time, can lead to extraordinary outcomes. The ripple effect of small actions extends to unexpected places. You might never see the full impact of your actions, but that doesn't mean they are without value. Often, the most meaningful change occurs in ways we cannot predict or measure. A kind word spoken today might inspire someone to pursue their dreams years later. A small act of courage might empower others to take bold steps of their own. The true impact of our actions is often hidden, but it is always present. The ripple effect starts with intention and inspires others to act. At the core of every meaningful ripple lies an initial spark, a deliberate intention to make a difference no matter how small. Intention is the seed from which all actions grow, and it is the foundation upon which ripples are built. Without intention, even the smallest actions can lack direction, purpose, or the ability to resonate with others. But when intention is clear and rooted in authenticity, it has the power to ignite inspiration in ways we might not initially realize. To understand the power of intention, imagine someone offering you a compliment. A casual, thoughtless comment may hold little weight, but a heartfelt, genuine expression of appreciation can leave a lasting impact. The difference lies in the intention behind the words. When actions stem from an authentic desire to connect, uplift, or help, they carry a deeper resonance. This resonance is what inspires others to act, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond the initial gesture. Intention transforms a simple act into something meaningful. For instance, consider a leader who takes a moment to acknowledge the efforts of their team. While the act itself, offering praise or recognition, may seem small, the intention behind it is what matters most. The leader's choice to focus on appreciation rather than criticism can inspire team members to feel valued and motivated. This, in turn, encourages them to give their best effort, creating a culture of positivity and collaboration. It all begins with the leader's intention to uplift rather than diminish. The ripple effect of intention is amplified when others are inspired to act in alignment with the original purpose. Think about how kindness spreads. When someone witnesses an act of generosity, they are often moved to pay it forward. A person buys coffee for a stranger in line, who then feels inspired to perform a similar act of kindness for someone else. This cycle continues, each new act fueled by the inspiration of the previous one. The ripple effect is set in motion, and it all stems from one person's deliberate choice to act with intention. This phenomenon is evident in movements and causes that have changed the course of history. Behind every movement lies an individual or group with a clear and unwavering intention. Whether it's advocating for justice, fighting for equality, or protecting the environment, these movements often begin with a small, intentional action. Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat was not a grand gesture, but it was a deliberate and purposeful act that sparked a larger movement. Her intention inspired countless others to join the fight for civil rights, creating a ripple effect that transforms society. The beauty of intention is that it doesn't require grand resources or extraordinary circumstances. Anyone, regardless of their position or resources, can act with purpose. It's about aligning your actions with your values and being mindful of the impact you wish to create. When your intentions are clear, even the smallest actions can carry immense power. A teacher who chooses to encourage rather than criticize, a parent who listens rather than lectures, or a friend who offers support rather than judgment. All of these actions begin with a simple yet profound intention to make a positive impact. Moreover, intention is contagious. When people see others acting with purpose and authenticity, they are often inspired to do the same. A single individual choosing to act with integrity can influence an entire community. Consider the story of an employee who speaks up about a workplace issue. Their intention is not to cause conflict, but to bring about positive change. When others see their courage and conviction, they may feel empowered to voice their own concerns, leading to a collective effort to improve the organization. What started as one person's deliberate action has now inspired many others to act with intention. The key to sparking inspiration lies in the clarity and authenticity of the initial action. People are drawn to authenticity because it resonates on a deeper level. When someone acts with genuine intent, it creates a sense of trust and connection. This trust inspires others to follow suit, amplifying the ripple effect. Whether it's a leader setting a vision for their team, a mentor guiding a young professional, or a neighbor helping a community member, the intention behind the action sets the tone for how others will respond. Intention also gives meaning to perseverance. Many actions that inspire others are not one-time events, but ongoing efforts. A person dedicating time to mentor others may not see immediate results, but their consistent, intentional actions inspire the mentees to grow, learn, and eventually pass on the knowledge to others. This cycle of inspiration and growth is fueled by the original intention to make a difference. Even in moments when the impact of our actions is unclear, intention serves as a guiding force. It reminds us of why we act, keeping us grounded and focused. While the ripples of our actions may not always be visible, the intention behind them ensures that they carry weight and meaning. Your single action can leave a lasting legacy beyond what you see. The power of a single action lies not just in its immediate impact, but in the long-term influence it can have on the lives of others, often in ways that go unnoticed. A legacy is not always built through monumental achievements or extraordinary acts. It is often the result of small, consistent actions that resonate with people and create a ripple effect over time. These actions, though seemingly insignificant in the moment, have the potential to influence future generations and create lasting change. Consider the story of a teacher who goes above and beyond to nurture their students. This teacher might not realize the depth of their impact in the moment. By encouraging a child to believe in their abilities, offering support during challenging times, or instilling a love for learning, they are planting seeds that may not bear fruit for years. Yet, those seeds can grow into something extraordinary. A student who once struggled with self-doubt might go on to achieve great things, inspired by the encouragement they received. The teacher's actions, though simple and often unacknowledged, leave a legacy in the form of the lives they touched. Legacy is not confined to professions or roles that are traditionally associated with influence. Everyday actions by ordinary people can create extraordinary legacies. A neighbor who consistently shows kindness and helps others in small ways might inspire an entire community to embrace a culture of generosity and support. A parent who models integrity, compassion, and resilience for their children may never fully see the extent to which those values shape the lives of future generations. These single actions, repeated over time, create a foundation that others can build upon, extending the reach of their impact far beyond what is immediately visible. One of the most profound aspects of leaving a legacy through a single action is the ability to inspire others to act. When people witness a meaningful gesture, they are often moved to emulate it. Think about the concept of paying it forward. A stranger helps someone in need, and the recipient, inspired by that kindness, chooses to help another. This chain reaction, fueled by a single act of generosity, creates a ripple effect that touches countless lives. Though the original actor may never see the full extent of their impact, their legacy lives on through the actions of others. History is filled with examples of individuals whose single actions left enduring legacies. Martin Luther King Jr.'s decision to lead peaceful protests for civil rights, Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her bus seat, and Mahatma Gandhi's commitment to nonviolent resistance all began as individual actions. These actions were not initially grand or universally recognized, but their impact grew over time as others were inspired to join their cause. The legacies of these individuals demonstrate how a single act, rooted in conviction and purpose, can ignite widespread change and influence the course of history. It's not only well-known figures who leave legacies, everyday people do so as well, often without realizing it. A mentor who takes the time to guide someone at the start of their career might unknowingly shape the trajectory of that person's life. Decades later, the mentee might credit their success to the advice and support they received during that critical time. Similarly, a friend who offers a listening ear during a difficult period might be the catalyst for someone's renewed hope and strength. These acts, though small and unassuming, have a profound and lasting impact. The beauty of a single action leaving a legacy is that it often transcends time and place. The impact of your actions can extend far beyond your immediate surroundings and persist long after you are gone. A book you write, a tree you plant, or a tradition you start can continue to influence others for years or even generations. A scientist's discovery, an artist's creation, or an inventor's innovation can shape the world in ways that the creator may never fully understand. The legacy of these actions lies in their ability to continue affecting others long after their origin. Even actions that seem minor can create significant ripple effects. A simple act of standing up for what is right in a difficult situation can inspire others to find their own courage. A decision to volunteer time to a local cause might inspire others to get involved, leading to greater collective impact. Each of these actions contributes to a legacy that grows over time, reaching more people and influencing more lives than originally anticipated. Legacy is often built on intention and consistency. While a single action can spark a change, the consistent repetition of those actions strengthens and solidifies their impact. Someone who consistently chooses to act with kindness, honesty, or bravery creates a legacy of those values. They inspire others not just through one act, but through the cumulative effect of their choices. This consistency reinforces the power of the initial action and ensures that its impact endures. In many ways, leaving a legacy through a single action is an act of faith. You may not witness the full extent of your impact, but the belief that your actions matter is what drives you to act in the first place. Whether it's through small gestures, acts of courage, or moments of selflessness, the legacy of a single action lives on in the lives it touches and the inspiration it provides to others.